Good morning, everybody. Today's video we're going to be talking about how to start a lawn care business, why you should start a lawn care business, and if it's right for you. I own a lawn care business. I'm going on my third season now. I started back in May of 2022. I was working that 9 to 5, doing that grind, kind of hating what I did. And starting my lawn care business was more than just starting a business. It was escaping the rat race. It was getting away from working for somebody else and starting to make my own rules and work for myself. I enjoy it. I love it. The flexibility is amazing. Own a lawn care business, power washing, roofing, some sort of construction. Take control of your life. I know it sounds cliche. You hear it all the time. Start a business, become a multimillionaire. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to tell you if you get started 3 months down the road, you're going to be a millionaire. But you are going to find yourself. And I think that's more important than money. Finding who you are, what drives you, what picks you up, what makes you want to explore life, what gets you excited, ready to go. But today's topic is why you should start a business. Why do you want to get started? You trying to escape the 9 to 5? Maybe you're sick and tired of punching a card for somebody else. You want to become your own boss. So not only do you have to ask yourself, why do you want to start a business? But you also have to ask yourself, what kind of business do you want to start? Is it a business where you're chasing money, you're growing? Are you trying to become the next Bill Gates? Are you trying to be the next Oprah? You trying to get that Oprah money? What is it that you want to do with your business? Is it an escape for you? Is it so you can have more time with your family? What is it? That is a very important question when it comes to starting a business, and pretty much a very good question for life in general. You kind of want to know where you're going before you start going. Have a destination, have some goals set. Figure out why you're getting started. That's the number one thing I can and you don't have to sit and ponder on it for days on end, weeks on end. Just figure out, why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? And also, it's okay to do it part-time and then continue your other job so that you have some sort of cushion there, some sort of safety net to make sure you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. When you're first starting your lawn care business, I highly recommend you start with something smaller, push mower, maybe a small walk behind mower. I've seen a lot of people in the industry start with a push mower and a broom. That seems to be the story. It's not about what you start with, it's how you start and when you start. That's the most important part. You want to start small so that you're not overwhelming yourself or growing too fast because you don't want to make a bad name for yourself. You want to make sure you're doing great work for everyone. You want to make sure you're adding value everywhere you go. That's the most important thing I can teach you today, is no matter what you do, add value. Bring value to every single client that you have. And that is what made me who I am today. That is what got me the experience I've gotten, and that is what has allowed me to grow to where I am today. And now I have 2 phenomenal mowers. I have a much better trailer setup. I have tons of clients, happy clients, great yards. So I'm doing this full time, and it's been great. The flexibility is phenomenal. A very important thing when it comes to lawn care is your pricing. It's something that's talked about a lot in the industry. How do you price? How much do you charge? How much should I charge? Well, the simple answer is nobody really knows. There's a lot of factors that come into play. How many trees? How many rock beds? What does the landscape look like? What's the terrain look like? How many hills do you have? It's really hard to just say that's a $50 yard, that's a $70 yard. A lot of it is experience. When you're looking at the property, which it's one thing that I highly recommend. Some people just go on Google Earth, they just go on the Google Street View and they just kind of price it out from their phone or from their computer at home. Me, I like to physically actually walk the yard. It gives me an opportunity to kind of see what's been done. Is there any bushes? Is there trees covering piles of leaves and sticks that you don't see? Walking the yard it's beneficial to me. I don't see it to be a bad thing. Some people would say it costs you gas and time. And talk to the client, get to know them, give them a business card. You guys work out a price together. I will say that you should stand fair with your price. You shouldn't negotiate. If the price that you give them doesn't scare you, you're probably not charging enough. Kind of also find out what everybody else in the area is charging, because you might be in an area where people are charging $25, $35 for lawns. And if you come in with $45, $55 bids, you're probably going to lose. And that's not your fault, because you know what your worth is. The other people that are charging that much, maybe they don't understand how it works. Or maybe they don't understand how to make that money. Or maybe they live at home with their parents and they don't quite have the overhead that you might have. When you're first starting out, you're going to have to be cheap. You're not going to be able to compete with the top dogs in your area. They have all the professional equipment. They have all the experience. You will too, you just don't right now. So you might have to bring your prices down just a little bit to get the experience, to get your foot in the door. Also, check your area. Is it oversaturated? Is there a high demand? What is going on in your area? Is there tons and tons of mom and pop lawn care services out there? So when you're trying to get started, you're competing with so many people that it's not even worth it. That might be something that you have to face. Do your research and check and see how many people you have to compete with. Just go on Google and type in lawn care services. Put a post up on Facebook looking for lawn care bids or leaf cleanup bids and see how many people are responding. You might find it to be much easier and more beneficial for you and your family to just go into an irrigation business or a dog cleanup business, which is a great business that I don't see too many people doing. There's so many other businesses out there, but also if you don't like doing that, don't do that. If you absolutely love lawn care and you want to do lawn care, go for it. Also, when you're first getting started, don't offer just cutting grass. Maybe you could trim some hedges, maybe you could do some power washing, you could clean off their roofs, blow off driveways. Like, how else can you add more services? How else can you provide more for your client? If you're already there and you're already cutting grass, add some more to it. Sell some firewood. I've got a couple of videos on that too. Ask your client if you can pop up a little firewood stand and make an extra 10 to 15 bucks a week selling firewood out in front of their property. I have an awesome video that I just uploaded yesterday from that. So if you like the video so far, if you're finding some value in this, please do me a huge favor and then smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So for those of you that maybe are a little scared to start your own business, it's okay. I was terrified. When I started my lawn care business and all I had was a $20 push mower and a broom, I was petrified. I was literally shaking when I was talking to my clients. When I told the guy I would do it for 40 bucks and his yard is a half an acre, nowadays I would probably charge 65 to 70 for a lawn like that. It would take me 2 hours to mow his grass. I would mess up here and there, but that's not the point. The point is getting started, getting the ball rolling, getting the experience, and then just breaking free from that 9 to 5 rat race. So some helpful tips to get you going on your lawn care business. Start small, stay solo. I recommend you stay solo for a couple of years. There's plenty of time and there's plenty of room for growth in the future. And then ask yourself, what kind of business do you want to run? Do you want to run a multi-million-dollar 7-crew operation where you got 6 trailers going out every single day, you got 15 employees, and you're bringing in $4 or $5 million a year in revenue? Like, what do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? When I first got started, and my game plan is to run the lawn care business because I get to work for myself, I get to make my own rules, and I have the flexibility. But also while I'm doing that, I'm putting more into the business, making it better for me and my clients, easier, faster, more efficient for me and my clients, and then also putting money aside, paying down some debts, putting money aside so that I can later buy a laundromat or a car wash or maybe some real estate, some storage units, something that is passive that will help me grow. I have no interest whatsoever in growing a multi-million-dollar lawn care company. It's just not for me. If it's for you, great. I love it. Keep it up. I don't want to be in charge of 15 employees. I don't want to have to worry about who's showing up, who's not showing up, who's calling in sick, who's busting stuff at my clients' yards. I don't want those headaches. So keep that in mind when you're starting a lawn care business. How do you want to run it? Or any business for that matter. Make sure that you ask yourself these questions. It's crucial that you actually have a destination going forward. You're not just getting in there because you've seen a bunch of people on TikTok talking about becoming a multimillionaire in 6 months. That's going to be it for me today, you guys. I really appreciate you sticking by, checking out my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Peace.